I hope this palette is not expired because that just went straight into my eyeball. Hey guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be doing a full face of makeup with my oldest makeup products. These are not beyond expired, and some of them are probably pushing it, but I just wanted to kind of get use out of everything in my collection. So if you want to see how I got this look, just stay tuned. So I'm starting off with my e.L.f. Hydrating Face Primer. This is the oldest one of the two that I have. I did a whole video about primer and if I think they work or not, so go check that out. I'm just going to use it anyways. I went to Ulta to look this product up so that I could link it. This has horrible reviews, like 2 stars, but I kind of like it. So other people say that it's like really greasy. I mean, kind of, if you use too much like I just did. My oldest foundation is this one from Anastasia. This is actually in my project Penciled that I'm doing on Instagram. I've thought about making a separate Instagram for Project Pan, but this is a stick foundation. It's got like hairs on it, but this is all that's left. Spoiler alert. Hopefully I can finish it soon. I do kind of want to keep it around for shade comparisons though. I got this in April 2018, so over 2 years ago. And recently I went back through my collection and went through my collection and my emails and found like old order confirmations and used that to determine most of my makeup when I got it. The stuff that I got in a store couldn't quite figure out, but most stuff I get online. My oldest concealer is this one from Colourpop, the No Filter Concealer, and this is the shade Fair 8. Forgot to mention this stick foundation is in the shade Warm Ivory. This one is almost gone. I took the stopper thing out. And this foundation is a little bit dark once it oxidizes, so I take this concealer that's a little bit lighter, go under there. All that's left in here is like way down at the bottom, and I have one of those little spatula things I can get that out with. My last couple videos have been kind of scripted. I thought maybe those would be, I don't know if you like longer or shorter videos, but just wanted to do one that was more loose, like talky. Basically, I'm trying to make it easier for other people to discover my channel because, I mean, if you've never heard of me and you don't subscribe to me already, you're probably not going to be interested in, like, my daily life, you know? So I'm trying to make it, like, stuff that people would search for. I don't have money to buy, like, all the new makeup releases and do videos about those when I have a few, but I'm also working on a blog that's going to be coming out soon. I don't know when. I need to put a date on it though so that I actually can like get myself in gear and work on it. But I've got basically the website, like the shell, everything is all done, customized. I'm just making content to have on there so you have something to look at instead of just a blank website. I think this Colourpop No Filter Setting Powder is my oldest one. I use a loose powder under my eyes and then I go with a pressed powder for the rest of my face. So this is the Milani Prep Set and Glow powder. They have one called the Prep Set and Go, and this one I like a lot better. Actually, as I've obviously hit pan on it, and you cannot find this anywhere except Milani's website, so I might have placed an order. So I've been like kind of not wanting to use it just in case I ran out. It's a setting powder, but it's not flat matte. It's kind of got a little bit of a sheen to it. I wouldn't call it like glittery or a highlight or anything. Next is bronzer. So I don't have a single bronzer that is really old, but I have this, if I can get it open, from e.l.f. The Total Face Palette. I think this is their Beautifully Bare collection, and I'm going to use this bronzer right here. It's a really weird color for a bronzer, but I mean, whatever. It does kind of have hard pan. I feel like a lot of bronzers get hard pan on them. Like where you just kind of scrape and scrape and don't feel like anything's coming off. I have been liking the bronzer just very lightly right here. I don't know if it's really noticeable under my glasses, but an oldest blush, you can probably guess what it is. It's the Milani Luminoso blush. So I've used, I don't want to say a third of it, maybe a third of this. I would like to use it all the way up, but it's gonna take a while. Then the highlighter in the other palette that I showed, I don't really like that one. It's kind of a weird tone, so I'm going to use this one from e.l.f. The Moonlight Pearls Baked Highlighter. I've used quite a bit of this too. The top layer is kind of shaved off. And the stuff that I'm using is not necessarily like old and expired. Like I wouldn't keep it around if I knew it was expired. I have had some makeup expire pretty recently though. I had that, I don't remember what Empty's video it was, but I showed it in here. It was this eyeshadow palette from Pacifica. and it was like literally growing mold. Like you could see the little spores. It's kind of gross. And then I'm going to do the Milani Make It Last setting spray. This is a new bottle, but I don't think it's probably my oldest one, I guess. I don't know. I have 5, because I just got a new one. I'm just going to go with it. I was going to do a video in the same style of like that primer one that I talked about. If you haven't seen that, I'll link it below or at the end of this video. I can't remember which one. I wanted to do that kind of style with setting spray to see, like, do one side and see if it actually works. But I wait until today, like it's almost 7 o'clock to put makeup on, and I don't stay up long enough to see, you know, how it's gonna do. So maybe next week I will try to get up early and test that. And for brows, I have this e.L.f. Ultra Precise Brow Pencil. I go through brow products really quick, so I don't have like an old one sitting around. But this, I twist it all the way up and it's done. I've shown this in a bunch of videos, but in case you haven't seen, if you break apart the little, like here's the top, if you break this apart, there's still product left. That's how much was left after it was rolled all the way up. So that's how to get more use out of your brow products. But I'm trying to kind of switch over from using not a pencil for my brows because I go through these like crazy and it just feels kind of wasteful because of all the packaging. I used to have the Anastasia Dip Brow and that lasted forever. It kind of dried out before I could finish it up. But it lasted for years, I thought. I do want to try the KVD ones, and the KVD is coming to Ulta. I think maybe the day this video goes out, or maybe the day after. I think on the 23rd of August. So I have no business buying more makeup, but I also, there's some stuff that I really want to try, and I want those Ulta points. Because I have like $8 worth, which is not a whole lot, but if I buy more, I'll, you know, obviously get more points. That's how they get you. And of course, I sat down to film. This Screaming Child saga continues. And then for a brow gel, I'm going to use the Colourpop, what's this called? Brow Boss Gel, and this is the clear one. Have you guys noticed, if you follow the makeup community, Colourpop is on it right now. I messed up that. The tail looks funny. Well, but Colourpop just needs to settle down. Like, they released one palette a week for the last month. Or not one palette, I should say one, like a whole collection every single week. Apparently there's a documentary about them on Netflix, which I had no idea. But somebody was saying that they were kind of like admitting that they were like the fast fashion of makeup, which I don't like. I'm using this Anastasia eye primer. I actually really like this primer, honestly, even though Anastasia is one of those brands that I'm kind of staying away from at the moment. But they went kind of crazy with their releases, like all those Norvina palettes and stuff, and then all that stuff that came out during like the height of the protests and all that, where people are calling for inclusivity in makeup brands. Like, it's not like I don't think that their brand products are not inclusive, because I think they kind of are. They're not the worst, but just their treatment of people in the company and, you know, that kind of thing. I just, Alright, then my two options for palettes. I think I got these around the same time. Maybe the other one first, but I think this one was first, actually, the e.l.f. Christian Siriano palette. What possessed me to buy this, but it was a long time ago. I'll see if I can find when it released. These colors, I don't know. When I bought this, I was into neutrals. I was not into colors, so I don't know why. Very drawn to the green eyeshadows lately, so I think I'm going to try to use that shimmery green in some capacity. But I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Mad for Matte Jewel Pop palette. You know what? It's almost September. I'm kind of feeling the fall vibes, so I'm going to go with maybe these, like the orange and the yellow. This is applying pretty well, I think. This was kind of, I think these came out before e.l.f. really started like vamping up their eyeshadows. I think the turning point for e.l.f. was those the 18 pan palettes, that one like the Opposites Attract and the New Classics and all those. I think that's when their formulas really started getting better. And then I just ordered some of the new bite-sized eyeshadows, and I think those are supposed to be like A+. So I'm excited to give those a try. I remember a long time ago I had one of their, you know how they come out with these ginormous palettes for like Christmas that have like 70 some colors. Well, I don't think the one I had like 70, it had maybe 30 some, but those were not good. Like, I think I kept it around to do like special effects makeup with, because some of the colors I used for like bruising, like there was some reddish brown tones in it. Which I really want to do Halloween makeup this year, but I just don't think I'm going to be able to make it work because of the, well, I had some makeup that I used for Halloween looks last year, or the year before, I think the year before. And those are all from Wet n Wild. Well, Wet n Wild's not cruelty free anymore, so I can't use those. Those were like really affordable and you can get them at Walgreens. Now pretty much the only option that I know of is Ben Nye. And they have some stuff, but it's kind of more expensive. Well, I shouldn't say they have something. Ben Nye has pretty much anything you need for special effects, but I mean like as far as body paint and that kind of stuff. Because I don't think I would do any prosthetics or anything like that, just mainly like body paint style or with traditional makeup. I have not used this palette much at all. There are like no dips in any of the shadows. I had the original Mad for Matte palette, but I got rid of it because I did not like the shadows in that one. I think I'll take this burgundy shade and pat that on the lid. Hopefully it doesn't look like a bruise. It's probably going to. I tried to look like this a couple days ago with these kind of colors like the yellow and the orange, and I did a wing, and then I used this new e.l.f. glitter shadow, and it was the black one. It was basically a black base with silver glitter, and I put that over the wing. It looked so cool, but the wing was not sharp really, and I just could not get a good picture. And then my eyelashes have not been cooperating. Like they won't stay up, like they just look like they point straight down in the picture. I can tell the quality on these is, it's not terrible, but it's, I wouldn't call it good or like great. But also this palette's pretty old, so that could also be contributing. And I ordered the Colored Rain Juicy Boost palette. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for that one. I never tried their shadows. I ordered their Vivid Pigment palette and then their 96 pan thing. The Vivid Pigment palette was sold out. So I got the shadow book, and then I think the Vivid Pigment palette is coming back next week, the week after. So I kind of want it, but also there's a lot of similar shades I think in the Juicy Boost. So definitely going for grungy today. So there's a bunch of shimmer left on this brush from something else, or the shadow is actually shimmery, because I can definitely tell that there is a bunch of shimmer on it. I think I'm taking, no, I don't want to take that burgundy. I'll take the like magenta next to it under the lower lash line. I'll blend that out with some of the yellow. Yeah, this is definitely a grunge look for sure, because I was not being precise at all. And then I'm going to take that green from this Christian Siriano palette and attempt to put that in my inner corner. I cannot use that mirror. I hope this palette is not expired, because that just went straight into my eyeball. For most of my green looks, I've been using the shade Pickle from Clarity Cosmetics. It's a little bit more pigmented than this one. I actually don't hate the way this looks in person. It's definitely got that like dirty, grungy kind of feel to it. Add a little more yellow to top here. I like that really is the key if you have hooded eyes, is to just bring the eyeshadow up. Just kind of scoot everything up higher than it normally would. I just elbowed the table. Does this look bad? Are you guys gonna drag me in the comments? It's fine. But you know what? It's my channel. If you think you can do better, make your own channel. Not saying that I'm the best, but you know. Alright, lashes are done. So for lipstick, I need to put on a little more lip balm. My lips have been horribly crusty lately, in case you needed to know. Like, just the front here is perpetually dry. So I don't know. I don't really go that many places, so I don't think it's because of my mask, but it could be. Well, now I'm confused. Lost a lipstick that has never left this desk. How does that even happen? I never lose things. That's like my superpower. I always know where everything is, and now that I've lost something and I can't... Found it. Was hiding. So this is another Anastasia product. I know. This is the lipstick, or the matte lipstick in the shade Latte. I've used not much of it. I tried to put this in my project pan and it was not going very far because matte lipsticks take forever. I got this guy in January 2018, so it's like almost 3 years old. So I should probably try to, I don't think I'll be able to pan it. There's no way. So here is the finished look. So I can take the glasses off so you can see that. Don't mind these marks. I do kind of like that messy look sometimes. That was it for my full face of oldest makeup products. Let me know what your oldest makeup products are in the comments below. So you can click up here to watch my most recent video or click up here to watch our Primer's a Scam video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you don't miss seeing my face in your subscription box every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday at noon Eastern time. All the links to my social media and my business Culture Free Stitchery and the blog that's coming soon will be listed in the description box, as well as any links to any products that I talked about today. And I will see you guys in the comments. Bye.